Hello and welcome to another complete Edexcel GCSE PE lesson, where you'll learn absolutely everything you need to know on the final two syllabus objectives in topic 1.1, the musculo-skeletal system. Before we begin, if you're interested in the slides I use in my videos, as well as all the past exam questions and mark schemes organised into topics, you can find a link to my resource store in the description. Voluntary muscle tissue is made up of bundles of individual fibres. There are two main types of muscle fibres, slow twitch or type 1 and fast twitch type 2. Fast twitch muscle fibres can be further divided into subgroups type 2A and type 2X. So type 1 or slow twitch fibres contract slowly and don't produce much force, but are resistant to fatigue, meaning they can work for long periods of time without tiring. Type 1 fibres have a high density of mitochondria as they primarily derive their energy from aerobic respiration. More on this in topic 1.3. Aerobic respiration relies on oxygen, so type 1 fibres have an excellent blood supply and lots of myoglobin, a red pigment that transports oxygen to the muscle cells. Athletes with a high proportion of these fibres tend to be suited to endurance activities like long-distance running or cycling. Type 2A, or fast oxidative glycolytic fibres, contract more quickly than type 1 and produce more force, but they're also less resistant to fatigue. They derive their energy from both aerobic and anaerobic respiration. They have relatively high numbers of mitochondria, a good blood supply, and moderate levels of myoglobin, giving them their light red colour. Athletes with a high proportion of these fibres might be suited to team sports like football, which require bursts of strength and power with a degree of endurance. Type 2X fibres contract extremely quickly and produce lots of force, but have low fatigue resistance, meaning they tire quickly. They derive most of their energy from anaerobic respiration, so they have small numbers of mitochondria and don't require much oxygen. As a result, type 2X fibres have a limited blood supply, low levels of myoglobin, and are white in colour. They're also larger in diameter than the other fibres, which is linked to the levels of force they produce. Athletes with a high proportion of these fibres might be suited to high-intensity, low-duration activities such as weightlifting, sprinting, and jumping events. Finally, you need to explain how the skeletal and muscular systems work together. So the skeletal and muscular systems work together through lever systems, which we'll cover in detail in topic 2.1. The voluntary muscles of the muscular system provide the force for movement. They are attached to the skeletal system by tendons, so that when they contract and shorten, they pull on bones. Bones act as solid levers and provide attachment points for the muscles. They articulate at joints, which serve as a fulcrum or pivot point, allowing bones to rotate relative to one another when muscles apply force. Different types of joints, such as ball and socket and hinge joints, allow for different types and ranges of movement. For example, here the deltoids contract, pulling on the humerus bone, which acts as a lever, to create abduction at the shoulder joint. Well done, you've just covered absolutely everything you need to know on the final two syllabus objectives in topic 1.1, the musculo-skeletal system. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next time for the functions of the cardiovascular system.